Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. I am starting a new weight loss series, which I mentioned in my first What I Eat in a Day to Lose Weight. I just want to do a little background, talk a little bit about what I do, what I've learned, and stuff like that for anyone else who's maybe as big as me or is just trying to lose weight. I know I'm still a big girl, so some people may not want to take advice from me, but I did lose quite a bit of weight already. So to get into this video, I just want to express that I gave birth to my third son in April, so like almost 9 months ago. And I reached an extreme high weight for myself, and it really put me into like a depression a little bit. Excuse the noise in the background, my kids are here. So when I saw, it was about 2 weeks before my scheduled C-section, and I got weighed and I saw the number, and honestly it completely put me into like a depression. On top of the fact of me being a big girl, it was my largest pregnancy, if you will. I had a massive stomach this time around. I mean, my stomach was touching the steering wheel in our truck. And in our truck, you can move the seat, you can move the steering wheel, and then you can also move the pedals. We had the pedals completely as close to me as I possibly could, and my stomach was still touching the wheel. It got to the point where I had to keep asking my husband to drive. And normally, I'm the driver. I love to drive. He doesn't like to drive all the time because he has to drive for a living. So it just got really bad. So after I gave birth, I told myself I really needed to let myself heal for as long as possible until I got the okay. And then as soon as that 6-week mark came along, my husband had already been doing like a healthier diet and stuff like that. And he was going to the gym all the time. So I was ready for it. So as soon as I got my okay from my OB, I pretty much jumped right in. I downloaded MyFitnessPal. It's like a tracker to keep track of your calories and your food and stuff like that and your macros. I downloaded that. I went to the grocery store. I bought everything that I needed. I was looking up meal ideas. I know we did meal prepping one time. Sorry about that again. The meal prepping didn't work out personally for me and my family because we tend to get sick of eating some stuff. I would say the one thing we don't get sick of eating is white jasmine rice. I will admit we eat a lot of it. I just do portion control when it comes to that item. But anyways, sorry. So on top of all that, I also learned about intermittent fasting. If you don't know what intermittent fasting, it's pretty much where you have a allotted amount of time in a day you're allowed to eat. So I personally was doing the 16-8 method, where 16 hours you're fasting, you're not eating, you're not consuming anything with like calories or anything. You can have like water, that's about it. And then you have 8 hours that you get to eat. That's your allotted time for the day that you're allowed to eat. So a lot of the time I would try to at least make it to noon without eating, and then I'd have until 8 p.m. to eat. That helped me drastically because me and my husband both like bigger portions of food. So only having the 8 hours, I would have like if I decided to do the 3 meals, I'd have like a smaller breakfast, maybe around like 300 calories. Then I would have like another meal, I'd say roughly 500 to 600 calories, like a lunch. And then I would try not to snack at all because unfortunately I'm a snacker. So if I give in a little, I tend to have trouble controlling that aspect. So then I'd have our biggest portion left for dinner, which is what I like because it fills me up for the night and I'm good until, you know, whenever the next day I decide to eat. So I would say our dinners would typically range anywhere from probably 600 to 700 on average. A lot of the times whatever I would make would have the white jasmine rice with it, and that's mostly because of my husband. He doesn't eat a lot of vegetables, which makes things that makes things very difficult because I pretty much cook. I like to cook different things. So I'm the cooker in the house. So I'd always have to cook him rice. Me, I could literally just eat protein and vegetables with an occasional like starch, carb, whatever. But if I made it for him, then I would also give it to myself. So I would tend to give myself maybe like a cup of rice, as well as him a cup of rice and chicken and so forth. Also, as far as drinks, I pretty much stopped drinking anything that had calories. Anything. I'm not a big coffee drinker, so my problem with this was finding a drink that didn't have a ton of calories but had caffeine. So I was actually watching somebody else on YouTube, and I saw that they had a Bang, and it had 0 calories in it. It was an energy drink. Now, disclaimer on that, Bang energy drinks have 300 milligrams of caffeine in them, so I would not recommend drinking an entire can of Bang, like in one sitting. I just, it's not good for you to have that much caffeine. I know a cup of coffee has like less than 100. I'm not 100% sure. Don't take my word for that. That's just kind of what I've been told. So I would usually drink about half of the can, so 150 milligrams of caffeine, and either I'd have the half later or I'd have it the next morning. It just all depended on how my energy level is, considering I'm a mom of 3. When I first started, I at the time was going to the gym about 4 to 5 times a week. So I was burning like an extra 500 to 600 calories depending on what I did that day. Leg day, I always burned more. Arm day, didn't burn as much. My legs are a lot stronger than my arms are. So at first, I was doing really well. Very, very well. Now, what I learned about like diets and stuff like that, which intermittent fasting I believe is technically considered a diet. So I guess I really was doing like a specific diet. But that diet is very lenient as into what you eat, because intermittent fasting tends to give you the opportunity to eat more in a sitting, which is what I needed, because I was used to having big portions, and that was a problem because I was having more big portions in a day. So anyways, what I learned was that to lose weight, it had nothing to really do with carbs. I know before I really did all my research, I thought carbs were bad. And I personally knew that if I could not eat carbs, it was going to be a problem. It was going to be extremely difficult. I love my breads. Like, come on, I love bread. Bread and butter, like that is my thing. If I go to a restaurant and there's bread, I love it. My favorite. Burgers have bread on it, you know, just stuff like that. So I knew that would be a problem. So what I learned was to lose weight efficiently, the important thing is called a calorie deficit. You need to be in a calorie deficit. Now, what a calorie deficit is when you're eating less than your maintenance calories. Now, your maintenance calorie means it's the amount of calories you have to consume to function, like for your body to personally function. Now, I am a bigger person and I weigh a lot more. So my maintenance calories, so to stay at the same weight that I am at, was over 3,000 calories. I'm not going to say the exact amount because when you do that, you kind of give away how much you weigh, and I'm still very insecure about that, so I don't really want to talk about that yet. But anyways, it was over 3,000 calories. So for me, I was able to lose a lot of weight very quickly. The calorie deficit aspect is you need to eat less than your maintenance calories to lose weight. And they tell you for every 500 calories you subtract a day from your maintenance is 1 pound in 1 week. So if you wanted to subtract 1,000, which is the most recommended for most people, you would lose 2 pounds in a week. Now, this gets more difficult for people that are smaller. So if you are someone who weighs 200 pounds, your maintenance calories is going to be somewhere around 2,000 calories. Now, if you are subtracting 1,000 calories in a day, that would mean you'd need to eat 1,000 and only 1,000 calories. That is not recommended. I've been told, I've done my research, and it says that you should not go under 1,200 calories in a day. Like you shouldn't. You're probably not gonna have the energy. You're not gonna be able to function as well. Some people can do that. I'm sure some people have no problem doing that, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's what you should do because I'm not a doctor. I don't know those things. I'm just telling you what I've read and researched and have learned. But keep in mind, if you're also doing exercise, so say you are the 200 pounds, you're going to consume 1,200 calories. If you're going to the gym and you're working out and you're burning an extra 400 calories, like you're going to still lose that 2+ pounds a week. Probably 2 pounds a week at least, which would be, you know, anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds in a month. Like that's amazing. Most people want to just drastically lose weight, but to really do this journey and do it successfully, you need to try and be patient. I know that is so hard, and I've only just recently come to terms with this. You gotta be patient. To do this right and for it to last for the rest of your life, you need to be patient with yourself. I know that is so hard. Trust me, I know. But you got to do it. Like you have to learn to do it, and you have to learn a better lifestyle. Now, also talking about this, I cut out a lot of stuff in my diet, and I did that just like that. After that doctor said, okay, you can start whatever, I switched it off just like that. Now, I did good for 2 to 3 months, and then I kind of started giving into my snacks again, which was a problem. It's because I completely took it out of my diet so quickly that all of a sudden I started getting these like massive cravings, like a lot of cravings. Some people won't have this problem, but I did because I cut everything out so fast. So sometimes it is smarter to wean yourself off of things instead of completely cutting it out of your diet. I will say that like rolls, like bread and stuff like that, I have a problem. If I have one, I want more. So I did cut those out completely, which I do think that personally was a smarter move, because if I'm at a restaurant, Texas Roadhouse, they're amazing rolls. I'd have one and then I would crave more. But if I just didn't let myself have it at all, it was different. It wasn't as difficult, Anyways, so as time went on, I was still losing weight. I ended up going down a total of 60 pounds. I did actually gain 10 pounds back. I'll explain that in a second. So I lost 60 pounds, and I did this in like 3.5 months. That is incredible. Now, please don't think that you could be able to do this. I'm a very large girl, and the bigger you are, the more weight you can lose faster. Also, like I explained, I was technically allowed to have a lot more calories to lose weight, but I cut my calories down to roughly 1,600. And that was a lot. So I could lose weight a lot faster, and I was working out all the time. If I couldn't go to the gym, I was at home doing workouts on my rug. I was walking back and forth in my house like 30 times just to get my steps in. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I was tracking with my Fitbit my steps. So I was always trying to go over the 10,000 steps, which being a stay-at-home mom, I don't have a huge house. So to do that, I really had to just walk back and forth. But anyways, come November, I started getting severe pains after I would eat. Usually it would be dinner because, like I said earlier, I would eat bigger meals around dinner time. So come dinner time, I would eat sometimes, and this is probably within 2 weeks that the event happened. I would say it happened about 4 times that after I would eat, I'd get severe abdominal pain. Like I'm talking, I tried to lay down because it hurt so bad. I'm laying down and I can't get comfortable. I was taking sleeping pills so that not like sleeping pills, but I would take it was a sleep aid. I'm not sure what it was called, to help me fall asleep and stay asleep so that by the time I woke up in the morning, the pain was gone. So that did work out successfully. Then on, I think it was like November 5th, I had the pain again, and it was to the absolute extreme. Absolute extreme. I ended up going to the emergency room after my husband convinced me. Long story short, I had a previous hernia. It got repaired, and now it pretty much, the mesh that they had failed, and my intestines went through the hole. So that's what was causing the pain. I had a blockage in my intestines. Every time I was eating, it was just getting blocked up. So from this surgery, I wasn't allowed to do like anything. They told me I couldn't even lift my baby. I couldn't lift more than like a gallon of milk. All of this happening kind of put me into a little bit of a depression. If I talk about that part too much, I probably will start crying on camera. It was very upsetting to me. I've had a lot of, sorry about that again. I had a lot of surgeries, and I told myself no more surgeries. If I ever had another surgery, it was going to be to get my tubes tied, which that's a whole different discussion. So due to being depressed about everything that was going on, the surgery, I wasn't allowed to do anything. I completely lost my diet. Absolutely completely lost my diet. Me and my husband were ordering out all the time. I didn't want to cook. I couldn't really do anything. It was bad. Like, we were always getting Subway for lunches. I wasn't necessarily eating breakfast just because I don't buy a lot of breakfast foods. I don't really like a lot of breakfast foods. Occasional egg scrambles when I'm on my diet, stuff like that. But in the end, that was in November. It's January now. I'm just now getting back into my diet. It took me a little while to get out of my little funk. It really, really did. But now I am here back. I have gained about 10-ish pounds, not sure. Yeah. Let's talk about scale. I started off weighing myself every single day. And I remember that I would weigh myself in the morning and then weigh myself at night sometimes. And I would get so depressed because all of a sudden, it would be like, you're 3 pounds heavier. I have to tell you, please do not, just do not weigh yourself every day. It is so bad. Your body fluctuates on a daily basis from your water and your food and everything like that. You digest, you go to the bathroom, you drink, things happen, and your weight is going to fluctuate within a day. Give it a few days. Give it a week. Some people will do better just weighing themselves in a month. So please don't weigh yourself every day, because that honestly also it put me into a little bit of a depression if my weight was suddenly up again. So please don't do that. You don't deserve to be depressed about yourself. It's a process. It really is. And it's not just a process that you're going to be dealing with for a year. This is something that you're going to be dealing with for the rest of your life. You want a healthier lifestyle. I at least hope that that's how you're going into it. Now that I'm getting back into things, I am possibly doing things a little bit different. I'm not going to be as restrictive just because I don't want to get those strong cravings, and I don't want to fail because of those cravings. So I will probably be doing intermittent fasting on occasion, not every day. My calories, I might start off a little bit higher than last time, because as you hit plateaus, you want to be able to decrease your calories a little bit if you hit a plateau. So if I start at 1,800 is my goal right now, and then I hit a plateau in a month, I can then decrease it to 1,600, and then it kind of kickstarts your metabolism again. It kind of makes it faster because it's used to you consuming a certain amount. You lower it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, you shocked your metabolism, and now it's going back. Working harder, sorry. So, yeah, that's really it. I really am not restrictive when it comes to carbs at all. I don't believe carbs are bad. I really don't. I was eating whatever carbs I really wanted to, sweet potatoes, white rice. I don't like brown rice. I was eating white rice, and I still lost 60 pounds. So this is my experience. I just don't believe that's bad. I really don't. But yeah, that is pretty much my weight loss story, what I've learned, what I've done, what I'll be doing a little bit differently this time. I can do update videos if you guys would like, so please like the video, comment whatever you would like to let me know, maybe what you've experienced or what you've learned, if you've been able to lose weight. Yeah, I would love to chat with you guys in the comments. Please share this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I also will be posting videos, what I eat in a day to lose weight, and I'll be showing you pretty much what, you know, like what I'm eating in a day, what I make for myself or what I make for my husband as well. So yeah, it was great chatting with you, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Thanks for watching.